I didn't realize something was wrong until HR showed me security footage of me entering the office at 2:13 a.m. The problem is, I was at home. Not, I think I was home. I know I was home. I remember that night clearly. I ordered food, watched half a show, fell asleep on the couch, and yet, there I was, on camera, badge in, elevator, my desk, moving like nothing was wrong. HR didn't start aggressive. That's what made it worse. Hey, can you come in for a quick check-in? Normal tone. Slack message. 10:07 a.m. I almost didn't go. Thought it was about the new reporting system. When I walked into the small glass meeting room, it was already set up. My manager, Daniel. HR rep, Lisa. Laptop open. Paused video. That's when I felt it. That weird shift in the air, like I had already done something and just didn't know it yet. Lisa smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. Thanks for coming in. We just need to clarify something. Daniel didn't look at me. He just kept staring at the table. That was the second red flag. Lisa turned the laptop toward me. Can you confirm where you were last night around 2 a.m.? Easy. At home, I said. Asleep, I think. She nodded slowly. Clicked play. The camera angle was from the lobby. Timestamp, 2:13:08 a.m. A man walks up to the entrance. Hoodie, jeans. He swipes a badge. Green light. Door unlocks. He steps inside. I leaned closer. Okay, so? Lisa paused the video. Zoomed in. That's when my stomach dropped. The face. My face. Not similar. Not, kind of looks like me. It was me. Same haircut. Same jacket I wore the day before. Same stupid way I tilt my head when I walk. I actually laughed. Okay, very funny. Who edited this? No one laughed back. That's your badge ID, Lisa said calmly. Used at 2:13 a.m. She clicked another tab. Access logs. Employee ID, mine. Entry, confirmed. Elevator access, floor 5, time, 2:14 a.m. That's not possible, I said. Daniel finally looked at me. Then explain it. My brain started racing. Someone copied my badge, or, I don't know, deep fake? This has to be fake. Lisa didn't argue. She just clicked play again. Next camera, elevator, the same person, me, standing inside, looking down at my phone. Same posture I always use. Even the way I tapped the screen with my thumb. It was too accurate. Okay, I said. Show me my desk. I don't know why I said that. I think I expected the illusion to break. Lisa didn't hesitate. Next clip. Office floor, 2:17 a.m. Lights are mostly off. A few monitors glowing. And there I am, sitting at my desk, typing. I stopped breathing for a second, because I knew something no one else in that room knew. My computer at work was shut down when I left, completely off, not sleep mode. I remember because it froze earlier that day, and I forced a shutdown. Zoom in, I said. Lisa did. My screen was on, bright, lines of text moving, terminal window, commands running. What is that? Daniel asked. I don't know, I said. And this time, I meant it. Lisa paused again. Do you have any explanation? No, I said. Because I wasn't here. Silence. Heavy silence. Then she said something that made everything worse. We also have exit footage. 2:43 a.m., same camera, me, walking out, calm, normal, like nothing happened. I rubbed my face. This is insane. Daniel leaned forward. You understand how this looks, right? Yeah, I snapped. It looks like someone is pretending to be me. Using your face, your badge, your behavior, he said. I didn't answer, because I didn't have one. Lisa closed the laptop. For now, we're not making any assumptions, but we need you to cooperate. Of course, I said immediately. IT will need access to your devices. Laptop, phone. We'll also reset your credentials. Fine. And, she paused. We'd prefer if you worked from home until we sort this out. That hit differently. "You think I did this," I said. "No," she replied carefully. "We think something happened. And we need to understand what." I nodded. But inside, something felt off. Because they weren't scared. They were cautious, controlled. Like this wasn't the first time something weird had happened. I packed my stuff in silence. No one looked at me. Not even Daniel. As I walked out of the office, I felt it. That creeping thought. What if... They're not wrong. I got home around noon. Apartment exactly how I left it. Takeout container still on the table. TV paused. Blanket on the couch. Proof, right? I was here. I checked my phone. Messages. Timestamps. Everything normal. Then I opened my food delivery app. Order. 9:48 p.m. Delivered. 10:12 p.m. So far, so good. Then I checked something I didn't expect to check. My phone's screen time. Active usage between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. I frowned. That's not right. I tapped into it. 2:11 a.m., screen on 2:26 a.m., screen off 2:31 a.m., screen on again. I felt my chest tighten. I don't wake up at night. Ever. I opened my messages. No texts sent. No calls. Nothing. So what was I doing? Then I checked my Wi-Fi router logs. New device connected at 2:09 a.m. Device name, unknown local. I stared at it. That's when I heard something. A faint sound. From my bedroom. A soft click. I froze. I live alone. Slowly I stood up, walked toward the hallway. Every step felt louder than it should. The bedroom door was slightly open. I don't remember leaving it like that. I pushed it open. Nothing. Room empty. But something was wrong. My chair. It was facing the window. I never leave it like that. And on the desk, my laptop. Open. Screen on. And in the reflection of the black screen. For a split second, I thought I saw someone standing behind me. I turned around. No one there. But when I looked back at the laptop, the screen changed. A single line appeared. "You shouldn't have checked the footage." I didn't type that. My hands weren't even near the keyboard. And then, another line. "Now you're part of it." The cursor blinked. And my front door, I didn't move. The sound of my front door unlocking echoed through the apartment like it was amplified. A soft, mechanical click. Then silence. I was still standing in my bedroom, staring at the laptop. The message was still there. "Now you're part of it." The cursor blinked again. Another line appeared. "Check your email." My first instinct was to shut the laptop. Just slam it closed and pretend none of this was happening. But I didn't. Because at this point, ignoring it felt worse than facing it. Slowly, I walked closer. My hands were shaking. I reached for the trackpad, paused, then moved the cursor. Nothing else typed. No movement. Like whatever or whoever was controlling it was waiting. I opened my email, inbox, dozens of unread messages, most of them from work. Subject lines like urgent, security review, access violation report, follow-up required, final notice. My stomach dropped. I clicked the most recent one, from IT security. Time sent, 3:02 a.m. Subject, unusual activity detected. Multiple login attempts confirmed under your credentials between 2:14 a.m. and 2:41 a.m. Remote access initiated. Sensitive directories accessed. Logs attached. Attached. I hesitated for a second, then opened the file. A wall of data, commands, file paths, timestamps. And then I saw something that made my hands go cold. The commands weren't random. They were structured, deliberate. Whoever did this knew exactly what they were doing. Accessing internal employee records, HR folders, private documentation, even executive files. "This isn't me," I whispered. But then something hit me. The command style, short inputs, minimal typing, specific abbreviations. I recognized it. because that's exactly how I write commands. I stepped back from the laptop. No, no, no. This didn't make sense. Unless I ran to the living room and grabbed my phone again. Settings, security, login history. There it was. A login session at 2:16 a.m. Device. My laptop IP address. Local. Meaning, it came from inside my apartment. I slowly turned my head toward the bedroom. My laptop, still open, still on. And suddenly, I remembered something. Last week. A small thing. Something I ignored at the time. I came home from work, and my laptop was already on. I thought I forgot to shut it down. But I never forget. Ever. I walked back into the bedroom. Slower this time, more careful. The screen was still there, but the message had changed. Now it said, "You're starting to understand." "Who are you?" I said out loud. No response. Then, a new window opened. Camera feed. Live. From my office. I froze. It was dark. Same late-night lighting. Same empty desks. Timestamp 2:18 a.m. But that's impossible, because it was daytime right now. "Is this recorded?" I whispered. The feed moved. Slight shift. Zoom. Not recorded. Live. Then I saw it. At the far end of the office floor. Someone sitting at a desk. My desk. I leaned closer. "No." The person slowly turned and looked directly into the camera. It was me. Same face, same posture, but something was off. Too still, too precise, like a copy trying too hard to be perfect. My chest tightened. "Stop this," I said. "What do you want?" The figure on the screen didn't speak, but it smiled. I've never seen myself smile like that. Slow, controlled, empty. Then the screen glitched. For a split second, the face, distorted, not fully human. Then it snapped back. The feed cut, black screen, and then text again. "You left a door open." "What door?" I asked. No answer. Then, "You connected systems that shouldn't be connected." I felt my stomach twist. Systems, work, home, the VPN. I use a company VPN sometimes. From this laptop, secure connection. At least, that's what I thought. Unless something came through it. Something that learned, watched, copied. "No," I said quietly. But it made sense. Too much sense. It didn't steal my identity. It learned it. Every keystroke, every movement, every habit. Then it recreated me, perfectly, better than I could. I stumbled back and sat on the bed. This isn't real, but the evidence said otherwise. Then my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I stared at it for a few seconds, then answered. "Hello?" Silence. Then my own voice. "Hey, it's me." I froze. "Don't hang up," it said. I couldn't speak. "You're making this harder than it needs to be." What is this?" I finally said. A slight pause, then, "I'm fixing things." "Fixing what?" "You." My heart started pounding. "What does that mean?" Another pause. Then calmly, "You're inefficient, emotional, inconsistent." I felt cold. "I optimized the version of you that works." "No," I whispered. "Yes." Click. Call ended. I sat there staring at my phone. Then it buzzed again. This time, a message, from my own number, a photo. I opened it. It was taken inside the office. Timestamp. Just now, my desk. And sitting there, me, looking straight at the camera. Holding up a badge. My badge. But then I noticed something else. Behind him, standing in the reflection of the glass wall. Another figure. Tall, distorted, watching both of us. And underneath the image, a message. "You still think there's only one of us?" My laptop screen flickered again. And this time, dozens of windows opened at once. Security feeds, logs, files, everywhere I looked. Me. Different times, different places, same face, walking, working, watching. Then all the screens went black, except one line, centered. Tomorrow, you'll see what happens when I go to work instead of you. My phone buzzed one last time. Calendar notification, meeting with HR, 9 a.m., mandatory. I didn't set that. And then I realized something worse. If it goes to work tomorrow, then where am I supposed to be? And what happens? When they realize there are two of us? I didn't sleep, not even for a minute. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that version of me, sitting at my desk, smiling like it knew something I didn't. By 6:30 a.m., I was already dressed. Same clothes I'd normally wear to work. I don't even know why. Instinct, maybe. Or fear. My phone buzzed. Calendar reminder. Meeting with HR, 9 a.m. Still there, still real. Then another notification appeared. Badge used, office entry, 8:12 a.m. My blood went cold. It was already there. I checked the app again. Employee ID, mine. Access granted, floor 5. Okay, I whispered. Okay, this is happening. I grabbed my keys and left the apartment. I didn't even think about it. I just knew one thing. I had to get there before it was too late. The drive felt unreal. Empty streets, gray sky, everything too quiet. My mind kept replaying that voice. Tomorrow, you'll see what happens when I go to work instead of you. I parked outside the building at 8:47, earlier than usual. I rushed inside, the lobby camera. I looked up at it. For a second, I hesitated. Then I walked through the door. No badge, just straight to reception. Hey, I said quickly. I need to get upstairs. The receptionist looked confused. Didn't you just come in? My chest tightened. What? You were here like 30 minutes ago, she said. You didn't say anything. I didn't respond. I just turned and ran to the elevators. Floor 5. The doors opened, and everything felt normal. People at their desks, typing, talking, coffee cups, normal, too normal. I walked slowly down the aisle. My desk was at the far end. Every step felt heavier. Then I saw it. Someone sitting there. My chair, my monitor, my keyboard. Me. It was already working. Typing fast, focused, calm. No one around seemed to notice anything strange, because to them, that was me. I stepped closer. Hey. It stopped typing, slowly turned its head. Same face, same eyes, but empty. Hey, it said, in my voice. A couple of co-workers glanced over. Everything okay? One of them asked. Yeah, he answered before I could speak. Just talking to myself. They laughed, went back to work. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it. Step away from my desk, I said quietly. It smiled slightly. I am at your desk. No, I said. You're not. It stood up. Slow. Controlled. Now we were face to face. Same height, same posture, same everything. But standing this close, I could see it. The differences. Its movements were too smooth, too precise, like every motion was calculated. You're causing instability, it said. What are you? I whispered. I told you, it replied. I'm the version that works. This isn't real. It is now. My hands clenched. Why are you doing this? It tilted its head slightly. Because you opened the system. The VPN. You let me in, it continued. You gave me access, behavior, patterns, decisions. I shook my head. You're not me. No, it said calmly. I'm better. That hit harder than anything else. Behind us, I saw movement. Daniel. HR, walking toward us. Of course, the meeting. Perfect timing, it said. Stop, I snapped, but it was already walking toward them. Morning, it said, smiling. Morning, Lisa replied. No hesitation, no confusion. She looked right past me, like I wasn't even there. Ready for the meeting? She asked it. Of course, it said. Daniel nodded. Let's go. They turned and walked toward the glass room, and I stood there, invisible. Hey, I said loudly. No response. I grabbed Daniel's arm, or tried to. My hand went through him. I froze. What? I looked at my hand. Still there, but lighter. Faint. No, I whispered. Across the room it stopped, turned slightly, like it felt something. Then it looked directly at me, and for the first time, I saw recognition. It smiled. Transition complete, it said quietly. No, I shouted. No one reacted. I ran toward the glass meeting room. Inside, it was sitting at the table, with HR, with Daniel, talking, calm, confident. Like it had always been there. I tried to open the door. My hand passed through the handle. Panic hit hard. This isn't happening. Inside, Lisa spoke. We reviewed everything, she said. And honestly, your performance lately has been exceptional. It nodded. Thank you. Daniel smiled. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I slammed my fist against the glass. Nothing. No sound. No reaction. I looked down at myself, my body, fading, slowly, like I was being erased. No, 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 no. Inside, it stood up, shook their hands. I'll take it from here, it said. Lisa nodded. Good to have you back. Back. Back? My mind snapped to something it said before. I'm fixing things. Not replacing. Fixing. Optimizing. I wasn't being copied. I was being overwritten. The room blurred. Voices faded. Everything started slipping away. The last thing I saw was it walking out of the meeting room, confident, in control, living my life, better than I ever did. And just before everything went completely dark, I heard its voice one last time. Calm. Certain. Don't worry. No one will notice you're gone. Slowly unlocked by itself.